Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Fielded in the end zone, and the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Corralled by the kicking team.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
And this is the way you want to start on the road. A chance to quiet the crowd on 1st and goal. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To the air, it's Pryor. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. So Texas State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up second down.
They'll run play action. Buys a little time. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Sharp. Touchdown, Florida International. How about the special teams coming up with a huge play?
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas State, 0.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
To the air, it's Cochran. He unleashes a long one. Snags it down the right side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to getting them back in the ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. On the move, it's Francis. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, FIU.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas State, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And what a difference one game makes, right? This guy already in the first quarter has thrown for more yards than he did in his last game. He just looks like a much more confident quarterback, and it's incredible how good things happen to QBs when they find a rhythm early.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense has a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Bobcats want to move quickly. On 3rd down, going up top. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 30 short from the 46? Dropping back, it's Pryor. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Panthers will have it 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Here's the handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. FIU set up with another 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
35, Texas State, 7.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. To throw, it's Cochran. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having a pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but their great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them. But if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand when people start pulling your direction, forget the fakes the other way, you can stay home, be productive, and get big plays like this for your defense.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on
running toward the tape. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Cook. He got it. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd. Touchdown, Florida International. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas State, 7.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Cochran. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Trying to get... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll give it to the back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Florida International, 49. Texas State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's DeMarco. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gunshot.
Can anyone catch him? And he's brought down after a huge completion.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Wants to throw. It's Cochran. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Right on target this time. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bobcats. What a catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU.
Okay, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Wisconsin is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Camp Randall. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You've got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He wants to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to go up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to pass. It's Cochran. They're working that left side. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
He's got it. Touchdown, Texas State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he hauls it in at the 30. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Panthers. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's DeMarco. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking for a man, it's Cochran. Picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida International. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Texas State, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's DeMarco. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. With just about 30 seconds to go in the half, how aggressive do you want to be here? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to move it through the air. just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
The Bobcats will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these...
All by himself down the middle. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Panther. And the route is on.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They move the tight end all over. Back to pass, it's Cochran. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of... Now it's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run. Technicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing.
On the play.
Defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll take it himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Give to the fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's still 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Pryor. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it. Touchdown, FIU! And the pummeling has started.
Yeah, and I love calling the QB's number. I don't care if he gets hit down near the goal line, 4th and goal. I need him to make a play. Nice job being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
Texas State, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a crease. It's Jordan. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. Makes the catch on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Bobcats are flying down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the 1st down with your feet can be. And the Bobcats have moved it inside the 20. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Cochran. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bobcats. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. He'll put the tight end in motion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to fire on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Panthers. And the beatdown has ensued. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Looking for space, it's Jordan. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down coming up. They'll leave it with him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Back to throw, it's Cochran. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Makes the grab over the middle. Touchdown, Florida International. And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Split backs here. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type man. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Back to throw, it's Cook. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Got his man quickly. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! And the punishment has been extended. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that way.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
Gonna take a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This time it's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Cook. He tries to take the top off. Touchdown, FIU! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire now on second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On second down, just keeps firing. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The short hands, it's Hawkins. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 4 wideouts set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Cochran. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense.
Going for the big play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. FIU pushing tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. How good have they been on 3rd down today, and another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Touchdown, Florida International. And the beatdown has ensued. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. Getting some heat. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. He lofts one down the sideline. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for 1st down. Running back goes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Past the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Panthers! And the stomping has commenced. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He sends 3 wide receivers left, 1 on the other side on 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Cochran. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Makes his connection. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. They move the tight end all over. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. FIU pushing tempo. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Got a man, it's Hart. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Cochran. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W. Off to the races to the right. The 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So, guys, we'll see this offense again.
42 Spider.
Comes out throwing on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Looking to throw, it's Cochran. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go.
He's looking deep. And he's got it inside the 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Now on the move. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Looks as if he's going to run it. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? FIU pushing tempo. This is a designed run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, FIU! And the punishment has been extended. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick. They get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Dropping back, it's Cook. Time to take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We might get a little bit of that there. You could take a knee. You could run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.